Hey there, Adrienne Elise here. I just thought I would pop in and talk to you about what's going on in the planets and the stars. Welcome to the Gaia Daily for December 13th through 15th, 2019. So we're in a big shift right now into the next chapter of the portal that is leading us into the solstice and the total solar eclipse that happens on the 26th of December. So much astrology this month and it just keeps going. So here we are, we're in it. And the big energy shift today is that Chiron turns direct. And so Chiron, it's just an epic lining up of the stars speaking to us, because Jupiter has been in an exact square with Chiron we've been feeling it for the last week. And it's like leading up to Chiron turning direct. It's like a big rubber band type energy. And now it's time to move forward. And what are we moving forward in? We're moving forward in claiming our true self and healing deep, deep wounds over whether or not it's been okay for us to be who we are with Chiron in Aries. So what we've been dealing with for these last couple of months is this intense retrograde of Mercury and Scorpio going into the depths of our psyche and revealing all kinds of stuff. And it's just bubbling to the surface. It's just right there. It's so raw. You know, people are just feeling so raw, so vulnerable. And yet that is where our power lies in this time. So part of this is because tomorrow on Saturday, we'll be feeling Mars in an exact trine to Neptune. And Mars is in Scorpio, right? So Mars is still in that Scorpio energy. But Mars likes Scorpio. Mars is like, yeah, let's do it. Let's move, right? Let's move this energy. And what are we moving? We're moving the stuck emotions, because Scorpio is a water sign, but a fixed water sign. And so Mars says, yeah, let's put a motor on the boat. Let's do this. And trine to Neptune, it's a very interesting energy. It's definitely got an energy. Now, it's interesting because that Mercury retrograde, remember, it made 3 trines to Neptune. And this had an energy kind of coming through around a divine timeline alignment, a divine timeline landing on the planet. And if we are ready, we can choose that. And that's really fits the energy of that total solar eclipse. So maybe we're like moving into that energy, and this Mars trine Neptune is kind of speaking to us, telling us more about this. And so Mars trine Neptune is saying, hey, you know, what direction do you want to move, right? Do you want to go back in the Piscean age? Do you want to stay in the Piscean age? You can. You know, or is it time for a new spiritual direction? You know, and that's a big message coming through right now. Then like everything that's happening to us, you know, because so many souls I'm working with, just old traumas, just like on the surface, you know, and it's like, well, how many times do I need to experience and re-experience this, right? You know, but we have to remember that what we're experiencing right now in this deep cleansing is a symptom, not a cause. The cause is the new paradigm, new energies, new direction, new timelines, right? And so it's important to remember that you're not just reliving traumas to simply be tortured again and again, although maybe that's partly what we're adjusting, because Chiron in Aries is about our identity, like our self, how we see ourselves. And so we have to really ask ourselves if we are going to remain traumatized and a victim of trauma, or recognize that those stories that happen to us, unspeakable intensities in this and past lives, yes, we've experienced them, but they don't define us. Right? It's not who we are. Now, this is really on the table too, because, you know, Venus is today in exact conjunction with Pluto. I mean, it's so intense on Friday the 13th, you know. And so Venus is there with Pluto, and Pluto is all about breaking down old structures, breaking down old identities, just kind of like laying waste to the old patterns, just like you can't put a band-aid on that. You got to like level it to the ground. And so in this case, it's like who we are in our feminine side. And Venus is always trying to bring harmony and trying to bring people together and trying to make everything nice and sweet and lovely. And she's here sandwiched between, we're still feeling the Saturn conjunction because Saturn and Pluto are getting closer and closer. By the end of the month, Saturn and Pluto will just be 1 degree apart. And that's really, we're feeling it. Saturn, Pluto conjunction, and Venus is dancing in between and kind of trying to find her voice, trying to find, hey, we can work this out. Let's make peace. Let's make love. Let's have it be about that. And then Pluto and Saturn are like, oh, really, little girl? So and this is how so many people are feeling right now. We all have male and female within, whether you're in a male body or female body, this feminine side and vulnerability is just so on the surface right now, just feeling so sensitive. And just, keep that in mind that energy is continuing, as well as opportunities for emotional release with all of this water energy with Mars, trine, Neptune, but also that bigger picture of what's really going on here and why we're going through what we're going through. And that has to do with Jupiter and trine to Uranus. This is a sweet transit. I mean, Jupiter brings expansion, opportunities, the bigger picture, more and more. And then like a crystal. And in trine to Uranus, it's about these, in Taurus, it's about these new energies that are trying to land on the earth, that we're trying to infuse into the physical. We're transforming the physical world. That's what we're here doing. And so there's this picture of like, and also with that Mars trine. So really we're still feeling the square of Jupiter square Chiron, especially with Chiron trine direct. But other than that, we're not feeling big tension aspects, although Venus is feeling pretty intimidated there with Pluto and Saturn. But this is allowing us to reach out and feel more of this Jupiter trine Uranus, and that's exact tomorrow and the next day. So this weekend, it's really good energy because also that's the exact of the Mars trine Neptune, very harmonious transits. We can focus on the harmonizing effects. We can focus on the bigger picture, the focus of why in the heck we're going through what we're going through, why in the heck we ever came to this planet in the first place, try to bring our light and a love to such a dark paradigm. We're on the edge of really understanding a whole bunch more about why we've been going through what we've been going through for many, many years and lifetimes. And that's what this Jupiter trine Uranus is about. It's like little hints and clues and synchronicities and connections and like, oh, wait, this might be a magical experience. I thought it was trauma. And so this is kind of the energy of this is like what's happening here in us being here on this planet and finally getting to work with who we really are, landing who we really are. That's happening right along with landing a brand new paradigm, which is an old paradigm kind of. It's the original codes, in our DNA and maybe in the Gaia codes, in what we can create here. And so even though we're so focused on the traumas and getting through the day and the emotions and the intensity, we're having a huge opportunity to kind of see the magic behind the veil, and that what we're creating could be beyond what we could imagine, more beautiful, more amazing, more just magical and spiritual. And I think that maybe it's really important for us to understand that individually, as we land and are willing to do the work to land our true self here, our bigger self, and integrate our broken pieces, that maybe that's what's landing, allowing the divine timeline to land back home. And so we're working together here on this huge project that we have no idea what it is. But the messages with Jupiter trine Uranus, it could be more beautiful, more magical than we can imagine. So hopefully that can help through this intense time and take some time this weekend to step out of, you know, 21 days of presence. Awesome opportunity for us to step out of our daily life, step into that bigger picture, step into a communion, a union with a more true self of who we are. And so just keep that, just use this trine, beautiful trine, a supportive, harmonious energy this weekend, and maybe surrender to this adjustment out of the old and into the new paradigm, out of the heaviness into the lightness, out of the despair and into the hope. That's what's trying to just seep through. If we can stop, take a moment, stop distracting ourselves and the holidays and the technologies and everything going on, and just be really present with this, because this is epic and we've been waiting for so long to finally move forward in this work that we came here to do, that we have no idea what we're doing. So, but at least we're here together. And thank you so much for following the work and being a part of this community. And I look forward to seeing you soon on the 21 Days of Presence or the next update. And keep in mind the soul group session that's happening on the solstice. Very powerful energy, just leading right up to that exact time of the solstice coming together. That's a group intuitive session. This is an opportunity for us to look at shared past life pictures of the groups that come, that show up, of the and also connect to your true soul group energies, and get the healings, the clearings, the direction, information that might be really supportive to you moving into this intense year ahead. And it's kind of like, wait, we haven't even gotten to the intensity. Yeah, I know, but with this bigger picture in our pocket, maybe it can be harmonized. So I look forward to seeing you soon. Until then, I'm Adrienne Elise. Namaste.